So this is a Bone Widow. They take far more damage, but that's kind of what I mean. Alright, hello. Today we're taking a look at a weapon that we got an augment for, and I've not seen many people talk about it, even though the augment has been, well, quite ridiculous. So that weapon is the AX-52, which I didn't type correctly apparently. And it is probably our best hitscan weapon in the entire game. So if you don't know what hitscan weapon means, the weapons we have are considered either hitscans or projectiles. Hitscan weapons are basically weapons that do not have any projectile travel time. You shoot and the bullet connects instantly to the enemy. These weapons have the benefit of, you shoot and the bullet connects instantly, but they have the disadvantage of less damage potential. That is usually through either base stats being lower or simply other methods like multiplicative CO and other stuff like that. They usually lack that and they cannot have multiplicative CO, and in general they are weaker weapons. However, the AX-52 is so powerful that it actually feels like a projectile weapon while being a hitscan weapon. This thing, it got an augment, which is Biotic Rounds. Biotic Rounds says on weak point kill, plus 150% viral damage and magnetic damage and status chance. So 150% viral, 150% magnetic, so that's 300% elemental damage total, and then 150% extra status chance to pair with a passive that gives you, plus 400% crit chance on its own. So you get red crits, you get guaranteed statuses, you get a lot of damage. So I've already tried this. It is ridiculously OP, and I've tried it with 2 wisps. And I have this wisp that is the normal one, and I also have this wisp right now that has 5 purple Archon swords for extra electricity damage. With this wisp in particular, it's completely overpowered. It does 1 million damage per bullet without even priming, so I don't think it's fair. So we're gonna go with a regular wisp, do a disruption mission, and showcase its capabilities with just fire rates and nothing else. Also, because it's so powerful right now, there is a good argument to be made about using it without aiming and just straight up using the built-in 60% ammo efficiency with energized munitions to get it close to 100% ammo efficiency. You don't actually get it to 100%, it's close to 90%, but it's still so powerful that it actually melts enemies, so if you want to get it into a survival mission and do that, you absolutely can, and I'm gonna showcase that. But for now, we're gonna showcase its capabilities on the mission it was kind of made to do, which is gonna be disruption. So let's showcase that real quick. So we're on Kappa. This weapon, because of its abilities, it's gonna be good even on the Deimos disruption mission. But I think on the Deimos disruption, you probably want the extra ammo efficiency because of the way, damage attenuation works. So because the demos have damage attenuation, they have a tendency to take less damage from bullets. So first kills obviously not gonna be as strong. The moment we get a kill in Biotic Round procs, damage goes absolutely insane. We don't even need to headshot anymore. But if we do, you see that it kinda one-shots. So yeah. It is very strong. Like ridiculous strong. And I haven't seen many videos about it. Like, you know how many Vesper videos happened? And you know how many videos of this weapon happened? Well, this is mainly because we have Techrot Encore now, and a lot of new stuff got released, and people were more hyped about that than this weapon. But I mean, that's absolutely crazy, no? No priming, nothing? Just fire rate? That is absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, it is very strong. 1 million damage, orange crit over there. You can see this deals ridiculous damage. Now you have the caveat that you have to hit a headshot, which on console might be a bit harder, but in general headshots in this game are not the worst thing to do. They're pretty easy to get on most enemies. So I'm not sure if that's a bad thing. So this time I'm gonna use Eclipse just like how I usually do it when I'm testing weapons. I'm gonna wait for that guy, keep my stacks up. There he is. Is that an Ox? If it's an Ox, he's gonna get one-shotted. Oh no, that's not an Ox, okay. So, headshots. And the bullets started getting absorbed by the field, but then he got absolutely one-tapped, so... You know, this is still without any type of priming. And this is still without any type of ridiculous buffs that we can add, like purple swords or anything like that, to further increase the damage multiplicatively. So, after this mission, I'm gonna do the Daemon's Disruption mission, but I'm gonna take the purple swords, so I can showcase how much damage that will do, and yeah. Also, this is a really good talent if I want to go level cap. I'm very sad that I'm only doing this for one way, but it's whatever. That was there. This time we're gonna do priming, but no Eclipse. I gotta be quick because the buff runs out. So 3 bullets were enough to kill him. Usually before the biotic rounds we would take like 10 bullets, but 3 bullets right now. This is an absolutely insane weapon right now for this game. Like, I was surprised by how good it actually was and how it performed. So, you know, I was a big fan of the AX-52. I'm a big fan of real-life looking weapons in this game. So seeing how well this performs, it genuinely surprised me, and I was very happy with it. So, Nox is the last person that we're killing. He's probably gonna get one-tapped. Because we're gonna use everything at our disposal this time. So, Eclipse, priming, he passed me, and I lost my buffs. That's fine. Well, I think I lost the buff itself when it kind of ran out before I started hitting him, but it still was quite strong. And yeah, you see when you're hip firing, it still does a lot of damage, but you don't need to actually headshot it. You can go with energized munitions at that time, and then it goes even more crazy, or killing groups and everything. And you can kind of tweak the build if you want to kill groups by this method, by using something like Prime Shred for the extra punch through, or just normal Shred if you don't have Prime. You don't necessarily need Prime Shred, but it's obviously better. It's a huge upgrade to the mod. So, we're gonna do this again, one more time, but this time we're gonna take the other Wisp that has the 5 purple Tau Shards for electricity damage on primary weapon. And without this Wisp, you're gonna see that this weapon, it has 40 puncture, 66 cold, and 48 corrosive. Now, if we switch back to this Wisp, now it has 40 puncture, 66 cold, and 288 corrosive. So that is a big damage upgrade. So I have a Roar and an Eclipse build, which would be absolutely the same. Like, oh, this is always funny to look at. But yeah, this would mean that this override, and boom, we have our build. Still leveling this up so it doesn't have prime shoot footed yet, but it is enough to absolutely destroy this Necromex because of how OP purple swords are. So let's take a look at that and showcase how it looks like, because I think it is quite funny. But yes, overall, AX-52, after the buffs, it is absolutely insane. It is a very strong weapon in general, and even though projectile weapons are generally the strongest in the game, this as a hitscan weapon is absolutely crazy. Now, there is a third category I didn't talk about because people are gonna mention like things like the turret, the glass, and all that, and those are beam weapons. They are the third category, so these don't count. One thing that is very difficult to do on this mission is get weak point kills. These dog enemies are usually the best to do that because, you know, their heads are right in front of them. And these guys as well, because their weak points are just on their left and right. And because of the amount of damage this does, this weapon absolutely one-shots these enemies and you're good to go. So... I don't want to put the key just yet, because I will lose the buffs that I have and then deal no damage to the Necromech, so I'm gonna leave the key next to this. Then prepare. I love how you can reload while putting down Wisp's one, even though it's a full body animation. Very weird, but kind of like it like that. Alright. So, get one more headshot. There you go. Now, go to the next one. So this is a Bone Widow, they take far more damage, but... That's kind of what I mean by this is completely overpowered. It is crazy. So yeah, it's by far our best Hitscan weapon right now. I was very surprised with the performance, and as you can see, it is no joke. When you add purple stars on this is no joke. This conduit is 400 meters away. You're joking. Okay, we're doing that last. I don't care. The only bad thing about this Wisp build is that it's very squishy. Because obviously there are no defenses. This is a full, you know, full damage build for primary weapons. Something I wanted to do for a while, but lacked the purple swords. But now that I can, I'll take advantage of it. So once again, we'll put the key next to the conduit, kind of get our stacks, and then go again. This build also has a vigorous swap, so if I swap weapons before I attack the Necromech, it should die even quicker. Oh, we got Acolyte. This should do pretty well versus the Acolyte, to be honest. Also, I didn't use Crepuscular. I have Crepuscular on me, I haven't used it yet. Come on. Okay, Molly's bubble is trolling me. Amazing. There we go. Now that I can hit you, it's actually very easy. Okay, amazing. Graslings should also die very quickly, because they have the same kind of damage generation as Necromechs. I'm gonna lose the Eclipse buff, which is gonna lose me a ton of damage, but I don't think it should matter. Look. Oh, come on, I need to headshot this guy. There we go. Okay, perfect. Let's go. Gonna switch weapons before I start shooting at this one. And, well, even without Eclipse, it's, it doesn't really matter, does it? Wow. Absolutely crazy. Hopefully this Grosling gives me the thing that I need. Okay. Oh, it gave me the other one. Okay, screw it. We'll go the distance. We'll go the distance and we'll arrive onto this really far away conduit. Like, what the hell is this? This is the one thing that I hate about Dame with disruptions. It doesn't happen too often, but when it happens, goddamn, it is annoying. Alright. Well, I'm gonna try to kill this guy with the legs. Try and get my stack up. Just go to the Necromech. Okay. Oh, it's a Void Rick. That damage is crazy, bro. That damage is ridiculous. Alright. Now last one. I'm gonna try to prime it, even though it shouldn't be better because of attenuation, but we'll see. Maybe it is. Because the compressor doesn't do a lot of damage. We'll see, we'll see. But normally, just shooting the guy, if you don't have any hitscan secondary with 0 damage, it's always gonna be better to just shoot him without priming him. Except you go like really high levels and attenuation doesn't matter anymore. Still running. Gonna leave this here, get some stacks. Oh, wait, this is perfect. Just spawn a normal enemy. Nice. Oh, oh, that didn't work. That's better. Now we can put the conduit key in. Perfect. Do everything. It kind of looked the same as the first Necromech, not gonna lie. So, not quite surprised by that, but just showcasing that priming these guys, if you don't have a literal 0 damage primer hitscan, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, that's AX52 with the augment. Incredibly powerful. Very surprising that not many people talked about this because of how strong it is. And I actually didn't expect how strong this would be because of how the Vesper worked. The Vesper augment seemed genuinely better, and it seems like it wasn't compared to this. Not even close. This augment is bonkers. And it makes sense that it's bonkers when you look at it. Because if we go ahead and look at the damage distribution now on my weapon, my AX52 with this mod has puncture, cold, corrosive, magnetic, and viral at the same time. I can't think of a single enemy in the entire game that can be resistant to any of those damage types whatsoever. So you're pretty much good to go with a weapon, with a build like this, for any type of enemy you get in the entire game. And if you want, you can then replace this hammer shot, as I said, with Prime Shred, which would take another form, obviously. Or would it? No, it doesn't. And then you're good to go for AoE as well. You can just not aim the gun in, use energized munitions, and that's it. Now your weapon also has AoE. Absolutely crazy. I cannot recommend this enough. This biotic round mode, if you have the chance to get it, or if you already got it, you should definitely give it a try. Especially if you like disruption missions or anything like that, because it is really just that strong. So, thank you very much for watching another video of mine. I'll leave Discord and Twitch links in the description below, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.